That closed door was protection, the blessing you didn't see coming. Have you ever prayed for something with all your heart, only to watch the door slam shut right in front of you? Maybe it was a job you desperately wanted, a relationship you thought would last forever, a business opportunity that seemed perfect, a dream that looked like the answer to all your prayers. You prepared, you worked hard, you believed, yet somehow the answer was no. And if you're honest, that closed door hurt. It felt like rejection. It felt unfair. It felt like God wasn't listening. But what if that closed door wasn't rejection at all? What if it was protection? Today, we're going to talk about one of life's most powerful truths. Sometimes the doors that don't open are actually saving us from what we cannot see. The pain of a closed door. No one enjoys disappointment. When a door closes, our first reaction is usually frustration. We ask questions like, why me? What did I do wrong? Why isn't this working? Sometimes we spend months or even years trying to force a door open. We keep knocking. We keep pushing. We keep convincing ourselves that if we try harder, things will finally work out. But not every door is meant to open, and not every opportunity is meant for us. The difficult part is that we usually don't understand this in the moment. When a door closes, we only see the loss. We don't see the danger we avoided. We don't see the heartbreak we escaped. We don't see the mistakes we were protected from. Because protection often looks like disappointment
before it reveals itself as a blessing. The view we don't have. Imagine a child trying to cross a busy highway. The child only sees the other side. The parent sees the speeding cars. The child thinks the parent is stopping them from something good. The parent is actually protecting them from something dangerous. Life can be similar. We see today. God sees tomorrow. We see the opportunity. God sees the outcome. We see the door. God sees what's behind it. That's why some closed doors don't make sense immediately. The truth is that we don't have the full picture. Many times we judge situations based on what we can see in the present moment. But there are details hidden from us. There are conversations happening behind the scenes. There are circumstances we know nothing about. There are consequences we cannot predict. And sometimes the very thing we're asking for would have caused us pain if we had received it. The job you didn't get. Think about the job you never got. At the time, you may have been devastated. You may have felt overlooked, rejected, or defeated. But months later, perhaps you discovered that company was struggling. Maybe layoffs happened. Maybe the work environment was toxic. Maybe accepting that position would have prevented you from finding something even better. At first, the closed door felt like failure. Later, it revealed itself as protection. How many times in life have you looked back and said, I'm glad that didn't work out? Most of us have at least one story like that. And those stories remind us that our perspective is limited. The relationship that ended. Relationships often provide some of the clearest examples of closed doors becoming protection. When someone leaves, it hurts. When a relationship ends, it can feel like your future is falling apart. You wonder why things couldn't work. You replay every conversation. You search for answers. But years later, many people realize that ending was necessary. The person they thought they couldn't live without wasn't actually right for them. The relationship they tried so hard
to save was preventing them from growing. The heartbreak that seemed unbearable became the turning point that led them to something healthier. Sometimes what feels like a loss is actually making room for something better. Delays are not always denials. Another lesson we learned from closed doors is this. Not every delay means no. Sometimes the door isn't locked forever. Sometimes it's simply not the right time. Think about planting a seed. You don't plant it today and expect fruit tomorrow. Growth takes time.
Preparation takes time. Development takes time. Many opportunities require us to become the person capable of handling them before we receive them. The delay that frustrates us today may be preparing us for success tomorrow. What feels like a setback may actually be training. What feels like waiting may actually be growth. Looking back changes everything. One of the greatest gifts in life is hindsight. Looking back often reveals what moving forward could not. Suddenly, the puzzle pieces connect. The closed door makes sense. The rejection makes sense. The delay makes sense. You realize that if door A had opened, you never would have discovered door B. If opportunity A had worked out, you would have missed opportunity B. If your original plan had succeeded, you wouldn't have become the person you are today. Many of life's greatest blessings arrive disguised as disappointments, but we can only recognize them after enough time has passed. Trusting the process. Trust doesn't mean understanding everything. Trust means moving forward even when you don't have all the answers. It means believing that a closed door doesn't define your future. It means refusing to let one rejection determine your worth. A door closing doesn't mean you're not talented. It doesn't mean you're not capable. It doesn't mean you're not destined for great things. It simply means that particular path wasn't meant for you at that moment. Your value remains the same. Your purpose remains the same. Your potential remains the same. One closed door cannot stop the plans that are truly meant for your life. The door that will open. Here's the beautiful truth. When the right door opens, you won't have to force it.
You won't have to beg for it. You won't have to manipulate circumstances to make it happen. The opportunities that belong in your life will arrive at the right time. They will align with your growth. They will support your purpose. And they will make sense in ways that the closed doors never did. Until then, don't spend all your energy staring at doors that refuse to open. Keep growing. Keep learning. Keep moving forward. Keep believing. Because every closed door is not a punishment. Sometimes it's guidance. Sometimes it's redirection. And sometimes it's protection. The next time a door closes in your life, remember this. You may not understand it today. You may not like it today. You may even cry about it today. But one day, you may look back and realize that the door you begged to open was the very door that would have led you away from where you were meant to be. What felt like rejection was protection. What felt like loss was guidance. What felt like the end was actually a new beginning. So don't lose hope because of one closed door. There are still doors ahead of you, and the right ones will open exactly when they are supposed to. Because sometimes the greatest blessing in your life is the door that never opened. Trust the journey. Not every closed door is a setback. Some are divine protection.